Have you ever wondered if it really makes sense to invest while you're still in debt? Could it be that the interest on your debt is draining your financial potential without you realizing it? And what would it feel like to finally achieve a debt-free life, full of opportunities to grow? Today, we're going to discuss a strategy that can transform your financial journey, prioritizing paying off debt before starting to invest. But before we dive in, have you subscribed to the channel? Don't forget to turn on notifications to make sure you never miss any of our upcoming videos. Here, we offer practical tips and strategies to help you make that leap toward financial success. Now, let's get right to the content. To understand why it's so crucial to pay off your debt before jumping into investments, think about the direct impact it has on your financial health. Debts, especially high-interest ones, like credit card balances and personal loans, can quickly spiral out of control, creating a real snowball effect. Imagine, for instance, a debt with a 20% annual interest rate. Even if you find an investment that offers a 10% return per year, you'd still be losing money. That's because the debt continues to grow at a higher rate than the return on your investment, draining your finances and blocking your progress. Beyond the direct financial impact, carrying debt over long periods affects not only your budget, but also your peace of mind. Each month, a significant part of your income goes just to cover interest payments, reducing your ability to save and limiting your freedom to make the financial choices that truly matter. This creates a cycle where you're constantly struggling to keep up with payments without ever really getting ahead. Now imagine the difference it makes to be debt-free. Without debt, you have the freedom to plan for the future without the pressure of monthly obligations that drain your finances. This sense of relief not only allows you to focus on building solid wealth, but also lets you see investments as a growth strategy, not as a desperate attempt to cover losses or offset accumulated interest. Remember, paying off debt before investing is a strategic move. High-interest debt is the opposite of an investment. Paying off a high-interest debt is like earning the equivalent interest rate you no longer have to pay. In other words, if you have debt with a 20% interest rate and pay it off, it's as though you made a 20% return simply by avoiding that interest expense. So, the first step to building a healthy financial life and preparing to invest is to take a disciplined approach to eliminating debt. Only when those debts are under control, or better yet, completely paid off, does the path to investing become a smart and secure option. Now, let's dive into the best strategies for paying off debt efficiently, helping you prepare for a balanced financial future and ready for new steps towards success. To start paying off your debts effectively, the first step is to carefully assess your financial situation. This means listing all your debts, the total amount owed, the interest rate, and the monthly payments. This initial assessment is essential for a clear picture of where your biggest financial burdens are and which debts are weighing most heavily on your budget. With this list in hand, it's time to set up a payment plan. There are two common methods for debt repayment: the snowball method and the avalanche method. Each has its advantages, and the choice between them depends on your personal style and how you prefer to manage your finances. With the snowball method, you start by paying off the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. The idea here is to score a quick win, which can be motivating and encourage you to keep going. Once this first debt is paid off, you redirect the amount you were paying toward the next debt, creating a snowball effect that grows as you progress. The avalanche method, on the other hand, focuses on debts with the highest interest rates. In this case, you prioritize the debts that carry the highest financial cost due to interest. By eliminating these more expensive debts first, you reduce the amount spent on interest over time, which is a major advantage for your financial health. This method may require more patience and discipline, as the results can take longer to appear, but the benefit of paying less interest over time is well worth the effort. Whichever method you choose, it's essential to at least make the minimum payments on all your debts while focusing any extra payments on one specific debt. Skipping minimum payments can result in penalties, additional interest, and a negative impact on your credit score, which could make it harder to access better financing options in the future. Paying off debt requires discipline and often some temporary sacrifices. However, with a few changes to your budget and habits, you can free up extra money to accelerate debt repayment, making the process faster and less costly. Here are some practical tips to help you cut expenses without sacrificing your well-being. 1. Review subscriptions and monthly services. Many of us pay for subscription services we rarely use, like streaming platforms, apps, gym memberships, and magazines. Go through all your services and ask yourself if you really need them. Cancel or pause subscriptions you rarely use. For occasional services like gyms, consider pay-as-you-go options. The savings can go directly toward debt repayment. 2. Cut down on eating out. Spending on lunches, dinners, or frequent delivery adds up quickly. Cooking at home not only helps you save, but also gives you more control over your health. Plan weekly meals and make a shopping list based on them. Consider bringing your own lunch to work and try batch cooking to save time and reduce food waste. 3. Negotiate phone, internet, and cable plans. We often pay more than necessary for phone, internet, and cable. Reviewing and negotiating these plans can significantly lower your monthly bills. Contact your provider and see if there are cheaper plans or discounts for loyal customers. Many companies offer discounts or benefits to keep customers from switching. 4. Reevaluate transportation costs. Transportation can be a major fixed expense. Reducing fuel, parking, and even public transit costs can free up money for debt repayment. If possible, consider public transit or carpooling to save. You could also bike or walk if the distance is reasonable, which brings health benefits as well. Reducing car use also saves on maintenance and fuel. 5. Avoid impulse purchases. Impulse buys are one of the main causes of debt. Resisting the urge to buy non-essential items is crucial for anyone trying to cut expenses and pay off debt. Before any purchase, wait 24 hours and think about whether you really need the item. Ask yourself if it's truly essential or if the money would be better used to pay down a debt. Over time, this practice fosters mindful spending and helps avoid unnecessary expenses. 6. Reduce energy and water consumption. Lowering electricity and water use can make a noticeable difference in monthly bills. Small habit changes can have a big impact. Turn off unused appliances, switch to energy-efficient bulbs, and avoid leaving faucets running unnecessarily. Also, consider using appliances like the washer and shower during off-peak hours if there are reduced rates in your area. 7. Sell unused items. Many people have unused items at home, like clothes, appliances, furniture, and electronics. Selling these can generate extra income. Evaluate what you own but no longer use, and use online marketplaces to sell these items. The money earned can go directly toward paying off debt, speeding up the process. 8. Swap expensive entertainment for cheaper alternatives. Leisure activities like movies, dinners at pricey restaurants, and frequent trips can strain your budget. Opting for cheaper or even free alternatives lets you still enjoy yourself while focusing on debt repayment. Choose outdoor activities like parks, hiking trails, or free cultural events. Swap restaurant dinners for gatherings at home with friends. These small changes keep your social life active without busting your budget. These tips can free up a significant portion of your budget to put toward debt repayment. Every bit of savings counts, and by consistently adopting these habits, you'll notice accelerated progress in paying off debt. Beyond debt reduction, this phase is a chance to build more conscious financial habits that will be essential for long-term stability and financial freedom. Another smart practice is negotiating with creditors. Many financial institutions are willing to reduce interest rates or offer longer terms to people who show commitment to resolving their debts. This negotiation can effectively reduce the total debt amount, making repayment more manageable within your budget. With discipline and a structured plan, paying off debt becomes a tangible goal. This step is essential before considering investments because once your debts are eliminated, you'll be ready to build a solid, sustainable financial foundation. After setting a plan and beginning the debt repayment process, it's essential to stay disciplined and consistent. It can be tempting to give up halfway or when noticing a little extra money to invest in something new. However, debt repayment should remain the top priority, as this persistence is key to achieving long-term financial stability and success. One of the most effective ways to stay on track is by creating a strict budget. A well-structured budget acts as a guide for managing your expenses and prioritizing your financial obligations. With a budget, you set clear limits on how much you can spend in each area of your life and avoid expenses that could disrupt your debt payoff process. Setting up a budget doesn't mean giving up everything you enjoy, but rather gaining real, intentional control over your money. In addition to budgeting, it's crucial to build an emergency fund. Even as you focus on debt repayment, setting aside a modest amount for an emergency fund is a strategic move. This fund doesn't need to be large initially, but it should be enough to cover basic expenses for at least 3 months. This financial cushion prevents you from needing new debt in the event of an emergency, like a medical expense or urgent repair. Creating this fund may seem like an extra step, but it serves as a layer of financial protection. The idea is to contribute to the emergency fund while continuing to pay off debt without reducing the amount allocated for interest payments. This balance is essential for progressing toward financial freedom with security and stability. Another important way to stay focused is to conduct periodic reviews of your finances. Each month, it's helpful to review how much you've already paid, your current debt balance, and assess if the original plan is still working well. Regular monitoring allows for adjustments, if needed, and provides a clear view of your progress, which helps keep you motivated to continue. If you notice an improvement in your financial situation or identify expenses that can be further reduced, take advantage of these opportunities to accelerate debt repayment. For instance, if you receive a work bonus or a discount on a service, putting these extra funds toward debt can help reduce the overall time frame and the total interest paid. This period of intense dedication to debt repayment also presents a chance to shift how you view spending. As you experience the benefits of eliminating debt, it becomes easier to adopt a conscious spending mindset, focusing on what's truly necessary and avoiding unnecessary expenses. This new habit will be essential when the time comes to invest, as it will help you direct your money more effectively. In summary, disciplined budgeting, building an emergency fund, and periodic reviews are crucial steps for ensuring that your debt repayment plan is successfully completed. With debts under control, you'll be ready to build a solid foundation for the future, making your money work for you and ensuring sustainable growth. Now, with debts paid off, investing becomes an opportunity for secure growth with clear objectives. Investing after clearing your debts gives you full control over your finances, enabling you to make decisions that genuinely drive growth rather than simply covering owed interest. To begin your investment journey, the first step is to define your financial goals. It's essential to know what you aim to achieve with these investments. Your goals may vary in terms of time frame and purpose, such as buying a home, planning a trip, saving for retirement, or creating an education fund for your children. Each goal will influence the type of investment to choose and the amount to allocate, adjusting your strategy to maximize the likelihood of success. Another essential step is to understand your investor profile. Everyone has a different tolerance for risk, and identifying your profile helps you choose the investments best suited to you. Generally, profiles are divided into 3 main categories: conservative, moderate, and aggressive. A conservative investor seeks safety and stability, preferring low-risk investments like savings accounts, treasury bonds, or certificates of deposit CDs. A moderate investor accepts a bit more risk to gain better returns, while an aggressive investor is willing to face volatility for the potential of high returns. Knowing where you fit helps you avoid frustration and make choices aligned with your goals and comfort level. With goals and profile defined, the next step is to select the type of investment. The market offers numerous options, each with unique characteristics, time frames, and levels of risk. For beginners, fixed income investments are a sound choice due to their stability and safety. Bonds like Treasury securities, issued by the government, offer attractive returns and low risk, and they also have low entry points, allowing you to start small and increase investments gradually. Another example of fixed income is CDs, certificates of deposit, issued by banks. In this type of investment, you lend your money to the financial institution and, in return, earn interest on the amount invested. Many CDs are covered by FDIC insurance, adding another layer of security for the beginner investor. As you gain more experience and confidence in investing, consider diversifying your portfolio by spreading your capital across different types of investments. Diversification protects your assets by avoiding the exposure of all your funds to the same risk. If one investment doesn't perform as expected, others can balance it out, providing greater stability to your portfolio. Starting with secure investments and gradually expanding your portfolio is a strategy that combines safety with consistent, gradual growth of your assets. It's essential to balance your investments with your financial goals. For instance, if an unexpected debt arises, it may be wise to temporarily pause investments to quickly pay it off, preserving the financial security you've achieved. In summary, prioritizing debt repayment before investing is a smart and responsible financial decision that lays a solid foundation for future stability and prosperity. With a strong financial base and the necessary knowledge, you'll be ready to take your first steps in the world of investing, focusing on sustainable growth and security. The conclusion of this process is a profound transformation in your relationship with money. By prioritizing debt repayment, you build a solid foundation that allows your financial growth to be stable and sustainable. Clearing debts is not only a relief for emotional and financial burdens, it's also the launch point for investing freely, without the weight of high interest eating away at your wealth. This is the moment when financial peace starts to take root, opening the door to a more secure and prosperous future. Embarking on an investment journey not only teaches you to multiply your money, but also develops financial discipline, a valuable skill that becomes second nature. This process is gradual and requires patience, but the reward is immense. Financial independence is one of the greatest benefits of this approach, offering you the power of choice and control over your financial decisions. Over time, investment returns create a positive cycle. The more you invest, the more returns you see, making it easier to reach your goals. Another life-changing aspect of investing after clearing debt is planning for long-term goals, like retirement. Investing with an eye on the future means each dollar you invest works toward creating a passive income, one that supports your lifestyle without the need for active work. This security provides a new perspective on money. It's no longer just a source of expenses, but a tool to create quality of life, comfort, and even to support others or causes you care about. It's essential to remember that financial education is a lifelong journey. Market conditions and personal goals will change over time, and staying informed and open to learning is crucial. This ongoing learning helps you avoid mistakes and seize new opportunities, solidifying your financial journey and guiding it toward growth. Planning, learning, and adapting are all part of a mindset that values money as a means to achieve freedom and fulfillment. To recap, consider this priority order. First, eliminate debt. Then, build an emergency fund. Next, plan and start investing. This simple cycle establishes a foundation of security and growth, essential for anyone seeking a balanced financial life. With this structure, financial decisions become more intentional, and the results much more rewarding. Though the path may be challenging, the reward is a life with fewer worries and greater control over your future. Paying off debts before investing is a choice that demands discipline, but brings true financial freedom. This is the first step toward turning your money into a powerful tool for achieving dreams and securing a brighter future. So, Are you ready to take that first step toward a debt-free life and a more solid financial future? Remember, every choice you make today is a direct investment in your success. Now I ask, what's your biggest challenge in trying to pay off your debts? Leave a comment below so your experience can help others in this community, creating a space of support and motivation for everyone here. And before you go, check out the other videos full of tips and strategies that are popping up on the screen. Choose the next one to keep building your financial education and take another step toward transforming your life. We're in this journey together.